We've all heard the hippie stereotypes about late-night drinking, weed, and psychedelics. Today, Maya and I are delving into one of my favorite topics, psilocybin, aka magic mushrooms. From the war on drugs to recent clinical trials, hop into our morbid time machine and let's get into it. Welcome inquirers, old and new, to our grim past. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Maya. Join us as we delve into the weird, random, and all-around strange events that have happened in history.
Together, we will spiral down a rabbit hole of time
And venture out towards a better understanding of our world.
From shipwrecks and spooky places to morally questionable people and practices.
Hop into our morbid time machine
And
let's get into it.
Hi, Maya.
Hi, Sophia.
What y'all are not seeing is Maya painting her nails.
Am I?
Trying to paint her. What is going on?
I don't know.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Maybe just leave it?
It's like the paint's coming off.
Do you want nail polish remover?
Yeah. Are you recording still?
I am.
Oh, gosh.
We can edit this out. Blooper reel.
Dang it.
Which, shameless plug, if you haven't been keeping up to date with our YouTube, we have started making videos.
Yay!
And if you haven't been staying up to date with our Instagram, we now have a TikTok. Yay!
Which is cool. We posted some fun stuff on there.
I think we've posted one video.
Yeah, which is fun.
It is fun. It's very fun. Also, sorry we haven't posted.
So finals are like kicking my butt right now.
Yeah, and then we were supposed to record last week, and then I forgot the mics at home during Thanksgiving break.
Yeah,
so,
which wasn't. It was sad. I was
Yeah.
sad. We were all sad. We cried a little bit. So that's why we recorded videos instead.
yeah, so we started the TikTok the TikTok and YouTube video instead. Anyway, the reason why you're all here, psychedelics.
Yay! I'm excited. I don't know too much about this.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Like I guess you'd think I would, but I really don't.
Yeah, no, I love. So, okay, we'll start off this way. So, back in 2020, I watched this documentary with my mom and my sister called Fantastic Fungi.
Okay.
Except how they say it in the documentary. Fantastic Fungi.
Help, why?
I don't know, and
Are they American?
Yeah.
Ew, wrong.
I don't know why, and it bugs me. Brie Larson is actually the narrator for it, which is really cool. But no, we were watching the documentary, and it was really, really interesting. And so that kind of started a little rabbit hole that I've been slowly going down for the last 5 years. And then this past semester, y'all have heard me complain about my research paper probably a lot. I decided to do my topic on magic mushrooms, which was super fun. It's finally turned in. It is done.
Are you talking? You're not talking about your lit review, are you?
Yeah.
I thought that was on like medications.
Well, it's about magic mushrooms being used as a medication.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to get there.
Yeah, but yeah, it's about. So my research proposal in and of itself is magic mushrooms and their treatment effects on depression, which we will get into. But like also like magic mushrooms have been so stigmatized that like will people actually use it if it becomes like a mainstream treatment, which I also found really interesting. So yeah, that was my little fun time crash out of the whole semester.
Is that what you were writing last night?
Yes. No.
No?
That was for my other social work class.
Okay.
Anyway, into magic mushrooms. So there is like a
I don't know what word you're looking for.
I don't know what word I'm looking for either.
Stigma?
Nope.
Process?
False narrative, I think.
False narrative?
Yeah.
Twisted history?
I think false narrative is the words I'm looking for. So there's like this false narrative that like psychedelics are this ancient ritualistic thing that was used. It's really not.
Okay.
There's been confirmation that psychedelics were used in like Mexico and Colombia. in ancient times, and that's it. Everything else is kind of more of like a, we're saying this so then people will pay more money to buy stuff kind of thing.
Yeah.
But also the reason why it's so hard to find like ancient information about psilocybin and like psychedelics and magic mushrooms, which are all the same thing. Well, not psychedelics. Psychedelics are like a rectangle. No, they're like a, what's the word? I use this analogy all the time.
Octagon?
No, it's like how a square can be a rectangle, but a rectangle can't be a square.
Yeah.
So magic mushrooms and magic mushrooms, psilocybin, same thing. Magic mushrooms, it's like psilocybin's the chemical name for it, and the chemical compound. But psychedelics are like the square, where
it's like the overarching name of it.
Yes, but like psychedelics also encompass like LSD, and other stuff.
We got you.
That aren't magic mushrooms. Anyway, tangent aside, but no, during like the Spanish conquest of Mexico, in some tribes they would use or in some like cultures they would use like magic mushrooms and be like, this is our like the flesh of the gods, and the Catholics didn't like that because of the Eucharist.
Yeah, I have something to add to that.
Yeah.
So there's this whole, I'm in a law class, right? And so there's this whole trial about these indigenous, like it was these two indigenous men from the same tribe. They were at work and they had a drug test and they tested positive for a certain type of drug, but that was related to their like traditional religious practices from their tribe. It was something like that they did as a rite of initiation, and so they went to trial to be able to like do it, and they said like they were told no.
Wow.
But people are allowed to drink wine at church. Like, they allow children to drink wine at church, so that's like that's a little interesting thing.
Yes.
Comparing, anyway. Sorry.
No, you're good. But anyway, the Catholics were like, yeah, no, we are not comparing these mushrooms to the Eucharist. If y'all didn't know, that's the bread and wine, or wafers and grape juice, or it really depends on where you go. I grew up with wafers, grape juice, and wine. You had the choice.
We had like hard little squares of bread. Yeah, we had that, and then we had grape juice for the kids. But like some churches do like wine.
Yeah, no, we had grape juice for the kids and then wine for the adults. Like, no, we had these little like circular white wafers that tasted like air.
I had that. I went to one of my friends' churches once, and they had that.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this?
No, there's a funny photo of me out there during my first communion where I'm doing. Did you guys have like the little cups of wine and grape juice, or did you drink it from like the goblet?
No, that's unsanitary.
Oh no, there are people who.
Oh my god, that's horrific. What if someone has like,
I
don't know, a disease?
Yeah. No. Which is part of the reason why we did the little cups. Anyway, there is this photo of me at my first communion of me drinking, like taking back that grape juice. It looks like I'm downing a shot, and it's kind of funny.
That is hilarious.
I'll see if we maybe post that with the episode.
Funny. Oh, that'd be awesome.
So anyway, with psychedelics, they're like, we kind of forgot about them. So the Spanish, like priests and conquistadors were like, yeah, no, we don't want that. So they tried to write it out of history, which is why, again, finding the like historical evidence of psilocybin is really difficult to do. But anyway, there's not a lot of like research or information about psychedelics up until the 50s and 60s. Fun times. In the 50s and 60s, they were looking for new ways to like help mentally ill patients. And they found like that it came a lot from that time. And the time before, lobotomies, electroshock therapy.
I love a good lobotomy.
Gosh, I was on YouTube Reels earlier, and this gal was doing a skit, and she had a shirt on that said, I got a lobotomy from the American Girl Doll Hospital.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I've seen that, or like from Claire's. It's like, anyone want to come with me? I'm getting my lobotomy at Claire's today.
Yes, but we'll do a separate episode on lobotomies. Those are also another special interest for the both of us. Anyway, so with psychedelics, they were primarily used with terminally ill cancer patients.
Okay.
And it was a way for them to help, like, cope with death and be, like, it's kind of like morbid, but in the same vein.
In our time machine. Sorry. I had to, you guys. She set the joke up. Oh my god.
Girl.
Oh my god. Third time's the freaking charm, I guess.
This isn't funny, Maya.
Sorry, I ruined my nail again. I literally was putting the cap back on and I bumped it.
Anyway, so it does sound a little bit morbid, but with terminally ill patients, there was a lot of anxiety and depression surrounding their impending death. So doctors and psychologists and psychiatrists and mental health providers were like, how can we make this better for them? And so somehow, some way, they tried psychedelics, and it worked. They would go on these supervised trips and come back, like, renewed, refreshed, like, being like, okay, like, at peace with the fact that they were going to die.
They were like,
well, no, this was after they came down from the high. Yeah. No, so this was after they came down. So they went on the trip. They processed a lot of things. Like, not Maya playing block blast while we're recording.
It heals me.
Like, they would go on the trips, and one of the interviews that I saw was of this lady who she had, I believe it was terminal breast cancer. And Maya just lost block blast.
No, I'm doing that. This is the first time I've ever done that.
Yeah, normally you just cross out. You have to continue tapping. Yeah.
I'm moving.
She was talking about, like, how, like, a lot of these people had, like, also religious experiences.
Yeah.
So she was talking about, like, all these, like, at first it was kind of scary, and then she had this vision of, like, years and years and years ago, she had this miscarriage.
And that was real?
And that was real. But it wasn't something that she'd thought about for years.
Oh.
It was something that she told herself she'd come to peace with, but it wasn't necessarily.
Yeah.
But in her vision, she saw, like, Mother Mary with the baby and was like, the baby will be fine.
Is this one of those things of why she's so respected in, like, Mexico, because people, like, would have visions of her and see her and stuff?
Oh, maybe.
Like, that's, like, a whole thing.
Maybe. I didn't even think about that. But it was, like, it was beautiful and heartwarming. And Maya knows this. I'm not a super religious person, and I don't really subscribe to lots of religion, but that's one way to put it.
Were you going to say propaganda?
No. What?
I'm quitting.
Maya just lost block blast.
For the second time. I am bringing my personal best. And I'll stay a loss. It's fine. Anyway, we gotta lock in.
We do gotta lock in. You're distracting me with your block blast.
No, I'm not. Just don't be distracted.
Anyway. And I very well could be. I'm not a super religious person. That when we do our Catholic episode, when the vibes are right.
Yeah, I rejected Catholicism.
This week, we were gonna do it.
And then
I was sitting on my little couch, my bed couch, and she was like, the vibes don't seem right.
It's like, you have to, like, I don't know, like, it's not right, like, do you know what I mean?
Like, I get it, but I'm still gonna tease you about that.
Okay.
Because it is very random sounding.
I guess, like, it's just, like, in my soul.
Yeah, and
it's wrong.
Yeah. But anyway, when we talk about Catholicism and Catholic persecution, we will definitely get into that. But no, like, that was, like, always super interesting. And with that, I was like, well, why wasn't this continued? Because it was helping ease the anxiety, ease the depression.
Did the church come back?
What?
Did the church come back and be like, no?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nixon did.
Ah.
But also during this time, like, psychedelics were being used by regular people. And this was also during the time of, like, Vietnam and high tension. And in the Fantastic Fungi documentary, it said something really interesting. It was like a recording of Nixon.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, if they're taking these drugs, we can't control them. And if we can't control them, we don't want them, essentially. Or, like, if we can't control them, that's bad. We want to be able to control them.
Can we watch this documentary?
Yeah, I was watching it last night, but you ghosted Maya.
What? Last night?
Yeah, in the lounge. That's what I was watching with Cadence.
I had work.
I know.
I had work, you guys. Do you hear this?
Slander. No, we should. I definitely want to watch it with you sometime. It's so
yeah, I totally watch it when I'm not working.
Yes, it's on Tubi.
Oh,
yeah, it's so good. Anyway, I keep getting way distracted. But no, I was like, whoa, which that in and of itself is an insane thing to say.
Well, yeah,
but, like, which makes me kind of think, and I could be wrong. I'm not, like, a history, political science person. And I don't know a whole lot about the war on drugs. Mm-hmm. However, with that being said, with the wording of if while they're taking these psychedelics, they aren't easy to control, why that kind of shows, like, a motive to be like, well, you know what? We want them easy to control. Take away the drugs.
Yeah.
Take away the mind-altering substances.
But I feel like it would make them, like, you. So this is gonna sound crazy. Yeah. Don't come after me. But, like, I feel like if you can, like, basically, if some people are addicted to drugs, you can, quote unquote, hold it hostage and, like, make people.
Well, and see, that's wherein lies the issue. Is with psychedelics, prior to that, they weren't classified as drugs. However, they were just a mind-altering substance. It was like alcohol.
Oh. Okay.
But, like, people were having these, like, epiphanies and were like, F that, we're not gonna listen to you. We're gonna, like, not, like, do our own thing, but we think this is better for our lives, so we're gonna do that. And the president was like, no, I want compliance. And so War on Drugs started, and then he classed psilocybin and magic mushrooms as a Schedule 1 substance. That is the highest substance.
But it really wasn't that crazy.
I mean, it's a mind-altering substance. It's kind of like with weed, where everyone's like, oh, it's so bad. But, like, when you look into the research, it's like, okay, but really, though, it's, like, it's not perfect, don't get me wrong. Like, there's still, like, you can get really messed up on it.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's not as bad as, like, crack. And like, it just, and it's not as addictive as crack and cocaine and stuff like that, so it shouldn't be as high up on that list. And so, like, illegalized. Which I also found really interesting. But in, I think 1976 was the last time a medical dose of psilocybin was administered until that research was brought back in the 90s.
Oh.
So we lost. So it was in 1999 that the research proposal was approved.
So people use it now?
Kind of. But no, we lost out on 20 years of research. Over 20 years of research.
Because of Nixon?
Because of Nixon. Because Nixon was like, I want to be able to control people.
He's so weird for that.
And people are going to fight in this war that everyone thinks is not a good idea. Which, also, in and of itself, like, Americans did not treat soldiers very well. Like, it wasn't a choice.
Mm-hmm. Was it Vietnam War?
Yeah, with Vietnam War.
Oh god, it was bad.
It was really bad. But it was like, this is kind of ridiculous. Like, you would prefer power over the betterment of society.
And the answer is yes.
And the answer is yes. And again, we see that
today.
And it's really, it is ridiculous. It's insane. But no, in 1999, John Hopkins approved research to go back into the psilocybin with depression treatment thing. And so that research has continued. But again, it is this is kind of going into what I want to research with psilocybin. Psilocybin is so, like, it's, like, we're told as society, magic mushrooms and psilocybin is so bad. We shouldn't use this. It's so stigmatized. That's the word I'm looking for.
Oh.
Will that stop people from seeking a psilocybin treatment?
No. I don't think so.
Well, and see, that's what I want to know. Like, definitively. Will this stop people?
Well, I mean, like, right now, like, if you look at weed, for example, like, there's a lot of, like, negative stuff about it, but that doesn't stop people from seeking it out or being used as, like, medical treatment. Like, do you remember there's this athlete who used it for her, like her pain? Oh. And she was in Russia, and she had it with her, which it's stupid why she'd bring it, but it was, like, technically, like, medical CBD. Yeah. And she was, like, detained by the Russian government.
Well,
because she had illegal drugs on her.
What I will tell you is the legal status of weed and the legal status of psilocybin, very different. So the legal status of weed is, in a lot of places, it's legalized or decriminalized or approved for medical use. With psilocybin, there are a few places where it's approved for medical testing, or else it is completely illegal.
Wow.
Like, few places in the entire world, not just...
Oh, not in America.
Not just in America. In the entire world, where it is legalized for medical testing only.
Wow.
And other than that, it is completely illegal around the world. So it is a little bit different from weed, which I'm like, okay, would this actually stop people from seeking this treatment? And clearly it hasn't, because we do have research. However, that's research when it comes to actual medical testing, and like if it becomes a mainstream medical like practice, like ketamine, like ketamine for depression. I don't know. That's just like something that kind of interests me, and is like, I wonder like how people react. People's my thing. Past people is my thing. Maya's thing.
That's funny.
Now people is my thing. But no, like that was kind of interesting. And like we're still learning about it, and it's still really interesting. And the other really interesting thing about this documentary was there was this guy who like he champions the use of psilocybin and magic mushrooms and is a researcher for it. But when he was a teenager, he had this insane trip where like he took the magic mushrooms and then was caught in this rainstorm, and he decided in his hazy little mind that I'm gonna go climb a tree during a thunderstorm.
Was it actually raining or just in his trip?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't, the documentary isn't clear about that. I would assume so, but I also, again, am not entirely sure. Because he talked about, like, once the rain stopped and his trip came down, he was soaking wet, and he came down from the tree. But during this trip, he was like, oh, I'm gonna die. holding on to this tree. And then he kind of felt this moment of peace.
Oh.
But then he was like, okay, I'm up here. What are things about myself that I don't like? What can we fix? He's like, well, I have this stutter. I don't want to stutter anymore.
Oh my god, did he fix his stutter?
He fixed his stutter.
But, like, that's, like, stutters are, like, one of the most insane medical mysteries, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because people don't know why they happen, really?
Yeah, like, but during, like, while he was in the tree, he just kept repeating, stop stuttering, stop stuttering, stop stuttering.
And he knows that he was doing that?
That's what, again, this was the story he was telling.
Okay.
The anecdote.
Mm-hmm.
So again, like, there's still, like, more research should be done, because anecdotal information isn't always the most accurate. However, it is a really interesting story, too. But no, he stopped stuttering.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But the other thing that this documentary talked about this is just about mushrooms in general, like fungi, was, like, there's, like, actual, like, medicinal uses for, like, non-hallucinogenic mushrooms. So, like, lion's mane or turkey tail.
Mm-hmm.
And so the same guy who cured his stutter from psilocybin,
Mm-hmm.
years later, when his mom was, like, 80, she got diagnosed with cancer.
Okay.
Terminally ill, stage 4 breast cancer, but she was so old that she couldn't do, like, radiation therapy, and, like, her options were very limited. So she joined this clinical trial of trying turkey tail mushrooms to help cure cancer.
Yeah. Did it work?
It worked.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But again, it's anecdotal. I am interested to look more into that research. But, like, lion's mane has been known to, like, help regrow, like, nerve pathways. And, yeah. So it's currently being researched to potentially be a cure for Alzheimer's, which doesn't have any cures at this point. Like,
wow.
So, like, there's... Mushrooms are just so cool, guys. Like, I love it. And they're pretty.
I don't think we should eat them, though, normally, like, in food for fun.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't like the texture of mushrooms in food for fun.
Yeah.
But they can do amazing stuff, and it's really cool, and it's really interesting, and, like, I champion that more research should be done, because I love it. It's great. Like, the more you know. Like, we gotta learn. Yeah.
Okay.
But no, it's super cool. I hope you guys find this as interesting as I do. I hope Maya found this as interesting as I do.
Yeah, it was really cool. I want to watch the documentary.
Yeah, it'll be fun. That's all I have for magic mushrooms for y'all today. Join us next time as we talk about something.
Yeah,
it's undecided.
Hopefully next week.
Hopefully next week.
Because our break, like, starts and...
Yeah. Anyway, join us next time as we talk about something. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye!
Thank you for joining us today. As always, all sources will be listed in the show notes below.
Be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out on our upcoming discussions. Join us next week as we delve into the intriguing depths of our grim past.
Stay curious, there's so much more to uncover.